Shalom and welcome to this 28th part of our short Bible study series. The title of today's study is Longing to Be with Yahweh. And by way of introduction, let's turn to Psalm 84 and to the first two verses. Oh, how lovely is your dwelling place, O Yahweh Elohim. My soul yearns, even faints, for the courts of Yahweh. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living Elohim. Now, when a school recessed for lunch each day, Edwin brought out his Bible. The young South African developed this regular time of quiet communication with Yahweh soon after he became a believer. Edwin hungered for more of Elohim, but with the competing pressures of school, sports, and friendships, he didn't know how he could possibly satisfy that longing. He had disciplined himself to get up at 5 in the morning and go running each day. Now this desire for quiet time would require another kind of discipline. So when the lunch bell rang, Edwin hurried to his room to spend at least 30 minutes reading the Bible and praying. He didn't know it yet, but he was developing what believers commonly call a quiet time. And this is simply a time that we set aside regularly to go to a quiet place and to talk to Elohim and study his word. The single most important purpose of a quiet time is to develop an intimate relationship with Yahweh. Well, Edwin is now a missionary, believes it was one of the most significant and positive decisions that he could have made in his spiritual development. And like the author of Psalm 84, Edwin wanted to know Elohim and be in his presence more than anything else, even food. And here are some ideas I'd like to share with you, which hopefully will help you in developing a quiet time of your own and getting the most out of it. So let me suggest that you could possibly organize your quiet time in this way. You can, of course, tweak it and modify it to suit yourself. Number 1, choose a specific place where you won't be interrupted. Have a look at Luke 22, verse 39. Then set aside a certain period of the day, one that suits you, keeping in mind that Yahweh deserves our best and not leftovers. Take a look at Daniel chapter 16, verse 10. Start with 15-20 minutes a day and extend it as you grow in your relationship with Yahweh. Keep a balance between reading the Bible and praying. And finally, seek opportunities to use what you have learned or prayed about. And you can read James chapter 2, verse 17 to give you an idea of what you can do. Okay, well, what are the benefits, do you think, of having a regular quiet time? Well, the first, that we've already mentioned, is that we get to know Yahweh, we get to know his nature, his character, and his ways, which is the most important thing. We're not just out to develop a theology, we actually want to get to know him as a real living entity. The second thing is that we grow in the understanding of his perfect love for us. Number 3, in silence we can more clearly hear the voice of Elohim speaking to us. Number 4, we are empowered to overcome sin and weakness. And 5, but not least, we can receive special guidance and revelation. And you might like to have a look at Mark chapter 1, verse 35. The time we spend in quiet communication with the Master is the best investment we can make in our spiritual health. Moses grew so close to Yahweh in his quiet times that he became known as one who spoke with Yahweh as a friend. You can read about that in Exodus chapter 33 and verse 11. In a time of prayer in Gethsemane, Yah'shua gathered the strength he needed in order to face the cross. We also will find friendship, strength, wisdom, and an abundance of ahava, of love, when we take the time to get alone with Elohim, remember that his heart's desire is to be with us too. May you have a blessed day.